Okay, this is part 2 of the Miscellaneous videos countdown. I've decided I'm going to categorize them a little differently. So, for the sake of argument, our first our first look at are going to be looking at the Pixar releases. Now, we all know Pixar as the middle brother in the terms of Disney's current conquest of the world. But back in the day, Pixar was unique. They had their own little library of stuff that kind of stole Disney's thunder back in the 90s. In many cases, while it did advent the rise of animation, it also kind of sabotaged the Disney Renaissance when you really think about it. So without further ado, as we have music on in the background, let's take a look at some of these titles, beginning with Monsters Inc. You're gonna have to wait there, buddy. Thank you. Beginning with Toy Story, released in 1995 to critical praise and box office success. It was the first ever fully computer animated motion picture. Now, it has aged about as well as Milk has, so for those of you who were hoping, oh, well, maybe it's going to look good, like, say, some of the other Disney films made in that time, no, it does not. Now, this is the original release of Toy Story from 1996, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, October 6th, 1996, to be exact. Thank you for wanting to actually focus, camera. Now, while I have that one, I also have the 2000 release, but it's just the tape itself. This is from the Gold Classics collection, and while I would have liked to add it to the Gold Classics collection I'm doing a bit later, it fits more with the Pixar one. So, December 23rd, 1999 for this Toy Story copy. This one has a couple of interesting things about it. It has the behind-the-scenes trailer for, not the behind-the-scenes, it has the making of Toy Story trailer on. It also has a few other things and doodads about it. And also I can't remember, I think they have the little Pixar special with the toy and the baby. The baby looked horrifying, but it was the 80s, so we had to understand. Computer animation was in its infancy in those days. The fact that they were able to make the chimes and the gears in Big Ben look any good in The Great Mouse Detective is really a tantamount to how well animation could move the art form. Following Toy Story came A Bug's Life. As I gotta move these out of the way. Thank you. A Bug's Life came out in the fall of 1998 alongside Hello, iRobot. Came out in 1998 alongside movies like the Rugrats movie and The Prince of Egypt. And it was very successful. However, audiences have not looked so kindly on the film since it's been released. Chiefly due to a certain a couple of scrupulous individuals being involved in its production. Chiefly director John Lasseter and voice of Hopper Kevin Spacey. I personally enjoy the movie. I can separate the author from their work, if you know what I mean. March 14th, 1999. I remember getting, not this particular tape, but A Bug's Life. I remember getting it on video because I had went to visit my uncle who lived in Connecticut. So we took the ferry, Long Island. We took the ferry from Long Island to Hartford, Connecticut to go with my uncle. And he took us to a Disney on Ice show, me and my sister. And then he took us to Toys R Us on our way home to basically be like, okay, what do you guys want? You get one thing. My sister wanted like one of those my size Barbie things, and I got A Bug's Life on video, so I was kind of happy. that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. I do not have the Gold Classics version of A Bug's Life, if that's what you were hoping I was going to lead into. I'm not that cool. Though I will say my Pixar collection is far from complete because I do have a few that are missing that have not come in yet, even though I ordered them. Next up is Toy Story 2. Again, another one that I don't have the cover for, as this was a survivor of the Great Video Purge of 2009. One of the ones I fought tooth and nail for. September 13th of the year 2000. Beautiful year. Actually, I don't remember much about the year 2000. Wasn't a pleasant year from what others have told me that it was. I love Toy Story 2, as many of you would know. It is my all-time favorite Pixar movie, and I watch it at least once a year. Can't say I watch it more than that or less than that, but I can confirm I have watched it this year. But I may watch it again before Christmas. Next up is the only one I came close to not including in this countdown, or this collection part. Buzz Lightyear of Star Command: The Adventure Begins. The reason why I have this included here is because it is a Pixar title, obviously, but also because it's got Buzz Lightyear in it, and it would be weird to have Buzz Lightyear going along with the likes of Return of Jafar, but we'll get to those guys later. This was one of my all-time favorite videos to watch when I was a kid, because I grew up at just the right perfect age for this show to come out. And in case you don't know, Buzz Lightyear Star Command was the story of Buzz Lightyear himself, not the toy, the Ranger, and his adventures in space, fighting the evil Emperor Zurg and teaming up with a bunch of aliens. Now, I remember everyone that appeared in the movie, but the show I don't remember as much, and it's probably because around the time that the show was running, we were going through a lot as a family, so I stopped watching it for a while. I did have a lot of the toys, though, I will say that. Also, this has the wonderful performance of a random song sung by William Shatner, because, of course, everything had to involve William Shatner. And it's just as awful as his take on... It's just as awful as his take on Rocket Man was. June 25th, 2000. Come on, focus. Focus. Alright, you'll do. Last but not least is Monsters, Inc. Now, I have a copy of Finding Nemo coming in. I do not own it well, technically I do, but I do not have it in person at the moment. Monsters, Inc. came out in 2001, late 2001, and it is my sister's favorite Pixar movie. I like it fine. It's just like the other Pixar movies to me are just better. It's nothing against this movie. It's perfectly well made. I enjoy John Goodman and Billy Crystal in the movie. And look, the tape is all blue. How adorable. And for a while, this was actually one of the latest VHS copies that I owned until I got The Lion King on the Platinum Edition. September 11th, 2002. Ominous year totals, but whatever. And that will conclude this part of the collection. Join me next time when we take a look at something else. I don't know. But it's not going to be Pixar, obviously. I will see you guys whenever. Until then, stay classy, YouTube. Yeah, that's not sticking at all.